What's up, everybody? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh, ba, ba, da, ba, da. Alright, so we've got like nothing on the agenda to talk about this week, so I decided I'm going to try something different and let my viewers direct the conversation on what we should chat about. What's up, Hell on Pause? How's it going? Um, if you play League of Legends and want to play ARAM, let me know. I am waiting on JJ Myers from NACE, the competition manager, is going to join me. I don't have a Discord server. Ba, 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 ba. Let's use this guy's Discord server. Invite. Vibing with a bunch of nerds in the arena. Yes! Let's go. That's dope. I'm going to hop into this guy's chat here. Gonna play some ARAMs. Who else is in chat? And how's everybody's week going?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, JJ?
I think you're missing from my friends list, which is the problem. I added you.
Oh.
That's neat.
Is this your new?
I renamed my account. I was trolling my buddy. His name's Spencer.
Wait, we weren't friends ever?
No, we were friends. I don't know what happened to my friends list. I lost
Oh.
in the last 2 weeks, and I don't know what happened.
Weird. Okay. ARAM good with you?
Aaron's fine with me.
All right. Let's go. There wasn't a lot to talk about this week, so I just decided to try playing League and let everyone in chat drive the conversation. But
In before chat leads it to LS.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you sent me the LS video, which to me was exactly what you were saying. You'd think that they would have those types of conversations before they hired a coach, of like, this is how we run things, and this is what we want you to do.
Well, I've been following sort of the League of Legends subreddit and their thoughts on it, and they're all like, LS has been saying for years exactly what he would do if he was a coach.
Yes.
So why is this a surprise to anybody that it happened? And he's always been quirky, but that's sort of his thing, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you knew that when you hired him, and sort of I think there's a perception amongst the fans and globally that NA is soft. I think our streamer culture sort of leads to that, and that LS came in and put a South Korean style discipline into an NA roster, and they rebelled.
Makes sense. I would not be surprised if this was player driven for the most part.
Well, LS had an appreciation post for Fudge last night.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And I think Fudge did an appreciation post for LS.
Like I said, I thought that was pretty interesting.
I was not impressed by Max's interview with Travis. It was so awkward. I'm like, dude, these head coaches should be a brand of themselves and have some media training.
But Jack reminds me of sort of like Mark Cuban in the sense of
yeah,
Mark Cuban is a brand in itself, and he almost positions himself in front of the Mavericks.
That's fair.
And that's how I feel about Jack.
I need to turn up my Discord volume. Or maybe just you. Yeah, I think Jack does have kind of his own brand, like Mark Cuban does. I don't know. I just was not impressed with. I don't know anything about Max Waldo, but my my first impression wasn't one of him being impressed.
The conspiracy theory, like, out on the, so someone posted the C9 video on the League of Legends subreddit, and it already has over 1,000 comments on it. But the big conspiracy theory out is that they knew that LS was going to do this, and they hired him so that he could basically build the roster, because the roster is really good, and people are saying that, like, C9 would have never gotten those players without being tied to LS.
It was kind of a branding thing for them to recruit those players.
Yeah.
Wow, that'd be crazy.
I mean, that's like the super tinfoil hat.
Yeah. What's up, Shane? Coach Antor, the ARAM gamer, yes.
It's okay though, it might have been a slow week for Collegiate Esports this week, but you know next week there's going to be 35 problems in an hour. It's not going to be long enough to talk.
What's going to happen next week?
I don't know. That's how esports works.
Trying to figure out my game capture here.
I love the Vice Garen skin.
Yeah, I just got it.
I think it looks so cool, like that, the super 80s.
All the other skins are really bad.
Is the purple blade and everything. This is my first time using my prestige brand.
Ooh, oh, that's fancy. Whoa. Hell on Pause says the biggest problem this week is my players talked me into applying for NACE Showcase again, and now I'm here until midnight because we go second.
I don't know what that is.
What is the NACE Showcase?
I don't know.
Or is that
maybe
NECC Showcase?
Like, what showcase are we doing?
They stream and shout us.
Oh, are you on broadcast
Oh,
today?
you're on broadcast? Oh, their second. Would that be? Is that League of Legends?
That League of Legends tonight. I have the broadcast in front of me.
The second.
The first match is Emory versus UNT, and the second match is Lakeland versus Indiana University.
Yep, that's him. Indiana University East, technically.
Yeah, they're.
Dang.
Oh, I saw the East. I thought that was their division.
That's a
I didn't realize that was part of the school name.
Yeah, that's a late match.
To be fair, League of Legends matches have been going incredibly quick. Like, the stream has been over by like 10 o'clock Central for League the last few weeks, and for all the other games, the broadcast has been going to like 11:30, 12.
Who are they playing? Lakeland, you said? University?
Yeah, Lakeland.
That's Amon Green's.
Yeah. Oh, I died.
Oh no! I died too. NACE Twitch is doing a talk show thing right now. What?
Yeah, they're doing. Emily and AJ organized something with. I don't know.
They always. I always do my show on Tuesdays at 5. Splitting viewers. That's what we're going to talk about today. NACE picking times to do their shows at my time. Unbelievable.
Riot.
Wow. Holy cow. That was a lot of pain and suffering. You have more viewers, Pog. Oof.
I think Nate has 4 viewers right now, according to my sidebar, and you have 5.
Mine says 8, but
I'm just
the Streamlabs is all weird.
Yeah, Stream was wonky.
Ah, no.
My max is like 254.
Dang. When did you get that?
This was last year when I was streaming more frequently at ECPI.
Okay.
I became really close with. His name's Minishcap, and he's like a one-trick singles player. He's a challenger, and he hosted my stream for 254 people.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
If I was any good at League of Legends, he'd host me again, but alas,
oof,
I'm washed. I've been trying to like get back into it, but I'm just nowhere near as good as I used to be.
Yeah, well, maybe with the rework.
Honestly, I'm debating picking up. I mean, I shouldn't even say picking up because I'm like M7 on him with like 300,000 mastery. But I'm debating like putting some serious playtime into Hecarim right now. I think he's really strong, and he has a couple different build paths that unlock a lot of his kit in different ways. Like he has like a more DPS-ish build, and he also has like an extremely bruiser build.
Interesting. Interesting.
He has multiple different ways to go. Like if you're snowballing, you can go into like Muramana and Death Stance. And if you're not like snowballing super hard, you would go into like Dead Man's Plate and like Force of Nature or Dead Man's Plate, Severe Visage, sort of. But he's really strong and he has a couple different ways to be built, so really looking at that. No, Viego, you can't hit me. I just hit him with the bob and weave.
There you go. Nice, nice. What's up, Gerg? Coach Antor ARAM. Yeah, dude.
I'm liking Hecarim on this patch currently.
What is the most overrated CLOL team? Oh, here we got a question.
Greg's asking.
Greg's
asking. Real questions.
Greg is asking. Let's hear your take first, JJ. Overrated CLOL team.
I don't feel like I'm allowed to say. Like I'm running the league itself.
Oh my
I feel like that's.
Gosh, what a cop-out answer.
I mean, it's a huge cop-out answer, but I'm in charge of the league itself.
Well, you're in charge of the JV league.
Oh yeah, not CLOL.
Yeah. I think for me, almost every year it's Harrisburg. Harrisburg is consistently rated in like the top 5, and I never know why. They have not performed.
Didn't they finish top 4 last year? I thought they lost the semis last year. I'm pretty sure I watched the semis last year.
My perspective on it is that Harrisburg is one of the most. They're the school with throwing the most resources, or almost the most resources.
I mean, part of it is like if Expecial is your coach
and Expecial is the coach. Yes.
The expectation is that you're Maryville. I think.
Yes. That's my expectation.
And they're just not. They're not Maryville. So.
They have not, and yeah, that is exactly it. The expectation is that you're top 2, and
I was talking to somebody about Maryville, and we were talking about how like they lost last year to Winthrop, and I'm like, the thing about Maryville is like Maryville can lose a year, but like the next year starts and they're still Maryville.
Yeah. Yeah, it would take a couple years for them to lose that.
I mean, Winthrop was a very good team, and like Maryville's still like on all the coaches' polls the favorite to win. Like to me, Maryville is akin to Alabama. Like every year, Alabama is the ranked 1 football team. Period.
I think for now, yes. I think that. I mean, I don't know how many
years. I hope
years.
It changes.
How many years does it take for them to not become that or lose that? I don't know. It might be like a 2 to 3 year thing. Like after 2 to 3.
Finishing second.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
As long as they keep going first or second, like they'll be the king. Like they're the king until somebody else says they're not. Oh, that hurts.
Wow. Wow, I'm just silenced to oblivion.
I just missed all my abilities. To be fair, I have like 4,000 gold.
Nice.
But like I watch Maryville play.
Oh, dang! I got the Gerg sub. Thanks, Greg. Was my answer so good that he just had to sub?
I'm actually excited for our CLOL this year.
I am too. I'm excited for playoffs.
Do you know if they decided if it's in person or not?
They haven't decided yet.
So what if I said the most overrated CLL team is Defiance? No, I'm kidding.
They're not even in the top 16 of any coach's poll, so
I know.
that would be sad.
Just memeing. AQ.
Greg says, you answered my spicy question without hesitation. Oh yeah, that's my job. That's what I'm good at.
Oh, I hit them.
I'm going. Let's go.
The better question is that Adam start predicting who's going to win the new Star League Finals for all our games.
Oh gosh, that would be difficult.
Can I just predict Northwood and Overwatch and Rocket League? And then
probably.
be like, I have all your
There you
pick
go.
right, and then like,
Right.
look how good I am.
And then like, is Ottawa in the Call of Duty? You can just. Actually, it hasn't been. Was it Ottawa last fall?
Wasn't it St. Clair? Who won?
Oh, gosh, I don't remember.
I have those notes. It was an ace. Oh, I know. It was ICC.
Oh, was it? Oh, that kind of sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was Independence Community College. They got the upset.
NW COD as well, probably, is what Sean says. Doesn't Bay State have a crazy COD team?
They do it this year.
Yes. It's silly.
They have the God Squad.
Are they playing in NACE?
I don't know. I know that like CSGO's up in the air because Davenport's not competing in varsity.
Well, they didn't even win last year. Drexel did.
I mean, you say they didn't even win. They went to the final match like immensely favored.
Yes.
I think they just had like Murphy's Law happened to them in the worst possible way. Like anything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And like even for the championship match, like they were dominating that match, and then all of a sudden like their players stopped hitting anything.
Wow. Oh boy, that was a mistake.
I think the biggest question is who wins our League of Legends division, seeing as you can't be on CLOL and play in our division, and we've been removing teams that are in CLOL. So it makes like who could actually win League of Legends much, much more interesting.
Interesting. Who are the undefeated teams right now?
I'm actually let's pull up the bracket. I have multiple monitors. I can do this. League of Legends JV. I'm blinded. There it is. I was like, I'm blinded. I can't find it. So. Illinois Black is 5-0 in the Midwest. UW Stout is 4-0 in the Midwest. Michigan Tech is 4-0.
Who was the first one?
Illinois.
Okay.
This is Illinois Black. That's the University of Illinois at Champaign.
Oh god.
In the Northeast Conference, New York University is undefeated.
I'm not falling for that, Greg. I've already done that once on stream, so. So
I swear, every time I die, I back and buy a completed item. Like I just bought Rabbit on set, right?
Ow, no! Okay. Now I'm trolling.
University of California has 2 undefeated teams. UCI's undefeated. UCF's undefeated. Arizona State's undefeated. Drexel is undefeated. And University of Delaware is undefeated. That's all the undefeated teams.
University of Delaware. And none of those teams are in CLOL?
So it's not that the teams aren't in CLOL.
The
You're not allowed to have an
are-
active player.
Yeah.
None of those players are in CLOL. Like we're still finding schools that have players on CLOL. And if they've played ineligible players, we're vacating their wins.
Oh, dang.
I mean, we have to. It's like per.
My academy team has their match tonight against Kaiser Sarasota.
You gotta go talk to Max James.
No,
The
he's
Kaiser guy.
at Kaiser Pembroke Pines.
Pembroke Pines. Oh, I got Caitlyn there. Oh, that was so huge.
That was
Huge.
massive. Oh!
So much damage.
Does Mumu die? Oh, yes. A triple? Does he get the penta? Oh!
Quadra. He stole my penta.
He did. He stole
I'm like not
the
even paying
penta.
attention. I'm sitting here pulling seal already. Penta kill.
Brand press R.
I mean,
I love Brand.
like Vel'Koz knocked everybody up, and I was like, okay, WR, thank you.
Yes. Oh. Who's got that, or who's been putting out that CeeLo coaches ranking? Is
I don't know.
Wolverine a part of that? No. Who was that? Someone's been putting out CeeLo coaches poll rankings of like top 16. Oh gosh, who else is oh, maybe Collimer? I should probably pay attention to this game. Oh no, we're so good.
Alright, I'm just getting ready to ultimate again. Between me and Vel'Koz, we can do the damages.
I'll look at it in a second. I think it was Collimer.
Oh, I think the big T for the day is the University of Mississippi's job. Have you seen that posting?
I did.
The range is like 70 to 90K.
70
They're
to
paying
90,
directors, like
yeah.
real money. Like, I'm really curious to see who gets there. I know that Physics has been getting pushed on Twitter for it.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
I've heard of at least one other person applying.
Greg, they're requiring a master's or commensurate experience,
Yes,
I believe.
yes, it's masters, and the response has to do with they would help the academic side look at starting a minor and to be heavily involved in that process, and potentially needing to teach.
I mean, yeah, Greg, you're not the only one who's had that response.
I mean, I have a master's and I don't make 70K, so...
I'm working on my master's.
Nice. When will you be done? Or where are you getting it?
Quantic.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be done in February.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I make 60. I have a master's. I'm fine with it. Money will come.
My favorite quote is, "Winning solves everything." And winning can be measured in multiple different ways. It's more than just like winning your game. I think the big thing is, on Twitter they were talking about Mississippi's like volleyball coach, and their volleyball coach makes $180,000.
Who is this?
And at Mississippi, we were
yeah.
Ole Miss.
Yeah, I mean, I talk with schools, like, I've talked with the guy over at Florida State and looked at their budgets and stuff. Their sand volleyball, women's sand volleyball team has a budget of $850,000 a year. And they're fighting for like 100. I'm like, dude, there's some problems here.
I mean, almost any esport title you could think of, if you gave me an $800,000 budget, I could make you top 2.
That's a lot of sand. You can make what were you saying?
I said nearly any esport title. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. If you have an $800,000 budget a year,
absolutely,
you can guarantee top 2.
Correct. Unless if you're Harrisburg, then you just constantly fumble it. Spicy. Meanwhile, the total athletics budget at my school is like 2 million Canadian dollars. Oh, the entire athletics budget. Yeah.
Isn't that much money at all.
It's like, isn't that like,
it's like 1.5?
1.5?
It's like 1.5, yeah.
I think that's a pretty decent athletic budget for like a 2-year school.
I was about to say, I think the question is how many sports are they supporting?
True.
If they're supporting 5 sports, like, okay, if they're supporting like 18, like that's...
Can't even pay one coach at an American school. Well, not a D1.
I can't even afford one Nick Saban.
Yeah. I mean...
There's only a handful of coaches that make that much money. remember that like they're still getting paid off tax dollars. It's not like they get like money from other places. Yo, between me and Vel'Koz, we do so much damage. Have you played around with Shadow Flame at all?
I have not.
I don't really play a lot of AP characters, and like I've read it a couple times, and it seems strong, but like every build path I'm looking on AP characters, they're building it like second, so apparently it's busted.
Interesting. I feel like I played it on Earth the other day, and that was the recommended build path.
Yeah, I'm just building Shadow Flame now. I still like default into Void Staff, but I think it's just because I'm a boomer.
Sean definitely puts out this coach's bowl. I'm struggling to find this thing.
Did you see St. Clair's like doubling their scholarship opportunities?
I did.
Huge. That's really cool. They're launching like an academy program for like I guess like GV games. But I thought that was super cool too.
Sean, where is this poll? Sean! Is it really this far down? Has it been? Oh, this dude tweets so much. There it is. Okay, the CLOL Power Rankings.
Why don't we have the Adam Antor power rankings?
Because I don't know enough about League to do more than just general conjectures.
You're the smartest League person I know, though.
Shut up. Maryville first, Winthrop second, St. Louis third, and then St. Thomas fourth.
Is anybody surprised about the first two spots?
Harrisburg is 8. I don't think so.
I will bet you right now that Harrisburg finishes better than 8 CLOL.
I don't know. Bay State
100%.
7, West Ontario 6, UC Irvine 5. Yeah.
I think Harrisburg will finish top 4. I see nowhere. Like, I honestly, I think not finishing top 4 at Harrisburg should be a fireable offense.
It should.
Where's Columbia College at?
Not even top 16. All their players left, which is unfortunate.
Do you still talk to Aaron?
I haven't talked to Aaron, and I don't really even talk to their league coach. Is a former coach of mine.
Oh, yeah, I remember you said that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dope.
Yeah, my last league coach is there's the CC coach, although that hasn't gone well, I guess. Or, I mean, he's a coach that needed some experience and a lot of hand-holding from an administrative standpoint, and I don't know if he got that. That's the question.
I mean, esports is such an interesting field because, like, I've held a couple different jobs, like, throughout my life before in esports, and every single one of them, like, you at least get some kind of training as to, like, what you're supposed to be doing, but with esports, they're just kind of like, well, you're the expert, you know what you're supposed to be doing, go have fun. Play in your sandbox.
Yeah. Bad at Rating says I can't guess who this is. Bad at Rating, that's your Discord username, and we just talked. Or should I say, Jake from Florida State? Oh.
Yeah, you were just talking about him. Like,
yeah, we were just talking about Florida State. Yeah, Ian Escalante is the guy at Arizona. I don't know anything about him. I looked at his LinkedIn once. He's the one who ended up there. Oh, actually, let's see if Wiki wants to join us. Esports is an entrepreneurial field for the majority of people. You need that type of mindset.
With none of the upside of an entrepreneurial field.
Sean says, I'm pretty sure Ian Escalante applied here for the job Chris has now. Oh, interesting. I mean, from what I know at the Arizona job, at least 2 people dropped out of the interview process, one being me. So, and I think Greg might have as well. Alright, he's not coming, it appears. Yeah, that Greg. I think you told me. I think you said that to people. You applied for that job at least.
Did UTD hire their coach?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Director, coordinator? I don't know. I can't remember what they're calling it.
Their interview's really odd, is what Greg says. I had the interview I did with Arizona was like a group of people, one being like the dean of
Oh, give me
students.
Master Yi, please.
I don't think it was odd necessarily. Oh, that's depressing.
I wanted to break out my 3 million mastery points in ARAM.
Oh, UTD hired Drew Bohm from UTA.
Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. It does kind of look
I'm
familiar.
Googling him now.
I dropped out after the first interview at Arizona because Florida Southern wanted a answer like the next
Like a real
day.
commitment.
Yeah. And the Arizona
hey,
job
if they give you
ended
good
up
terms.
being well, yeah, it was really good terms. The Arizona interview process ended up being like months long. Like way longer than I could have even tried to pull. I don't like any of these champions. But we'll try. Broloff.
I got Brand again, but I gave it to the other guy.
Nice.
From Boy Echo.
Yeah, I mean, I basically asked them for a timeline. They didn't answer within like 48 hours, and then I just said I pulled, or I'm pulling myself. And then they're like, wait, really? We were just about to email you. I'm like, well, you should have responded to my email 2 days ago. But now I'm in sunny Florida, so it all worked out instead of the middle of the desert. At some point, I should do a episode on like the interview process of these jobs.
I interviewed at Kaiser.
You've done a couple, yeah.
I did a couple. I interviewed at Kaiser, but I turned. They didn't offer me the job, but I pulled myself from the interview process just because I didn't feel like what I wanted to accomplish was aligned with like what they wanted to accomplish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like as a director, like my primary goal would be to like build like a winning program.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like a huge supported program where I need to recruit 80 athletes a year. Like I'd like want to have like an elite League of Legends team and like an elite Rocket League team, and then maybe build from there. But I don't want to have to start with like 8 teams and 100 students.
Yes. Agreed. Which is where most of the programs are at this point, unfortunately. I got offered at Ohio Wesleyan last summer, and they even brought me down and gave me a tour of campus and all that. But I mean, they offered me basically the same thing I was making at Aquinas, and I had to start over a program.
And you're like,
as a
yeah,
new
pass.
I was like, I do not want to do the same thing I just did for 2 years for the same price. Like, that's just not.
I'm better at rebuilding, so I deserve more.
Yes. And like throughout the process, I was like, yeah, I mean, your salary and your budget's where the rest of the country is, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be interested.
I mean, you don't have the qualifications the rest of the country have. I'd argue you have
that's
more. I love the explosion in salary growth in esports. Like I know that like it's still not where we want to be. And
No,
like,
it's
a lot of people that are negative about
the
it.
growth is really good. A
But
lot of
it was,
people are
like-
negative, but it's really good.
I mean, we were like part-time $10 an hour like 3 years ago,
Yes.
and now we're talking about Ole Miss offering 70 to 90, and people are like that's not enough. But like,
I mean, that's
This
double
is, like,
what I
light
got
years.
offered at Aquinas 3 years ago, or whatever
yeah,
it was.
we're light years where we are.
A 200% increase in 2 to 3 years is huge.
I mean, we just need like another 50% increase.
Yeah.
Like, and like we're gonna be there. Like the growth is insane, and like schools are getting on board. Like we're seeing these bigger schools taking risks. Like I'm super happy with the space.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Sean says it is going up dramatically fast. People just very negative. Yep.
I did not expect the growth that we had.
I don't think a lot of people did. I don't know if some of the people who've left Collegiate because they didn't think they'd ever get paid would have left if they saw some of these numbers. I don't know.
I mean, like I said, we were like $10 an hour part-time a few years ago, and now like even the cheaper programs are offering 40 grand a year, which is like infinitely an infinitely higher number than.
Well, I remember when Fletch left Illinois Wesleyan, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, this job for $55,000, this is huge! Like this is like the best paying job in Collegiate."
And it's not even top 10 anymore.
No, it's not even top 10, and that was what, a year ago.
I mean, there's schools that like nobody is really, I don't want to say ever heard of because they're like actual schools, but like for esports that like nobody's really ever heard of that are offering way more than that. Like there's a lot of like little private Christian schools that are offering that or more. I definitely think as some of like athletic departments and administration sort of age out and like the millennials sort of age in, it's going to be a much bigger thing.
Yes, I agree.
Like our the upper end of our age group is like 40 now. Like they're starting to age into these senior level jobs.
Yeah. I think what we'll see is a structure that I think eventually what we'll get to is the director of esports oversees the competitive side and like student involvement side. And then underneath you, you'll have a competitive program with a head coach or associate director of competition, and then a like student life gaming director.
There is a major D1 school in a Power 5 conference that I know of that's currently like setting up a structure where I don't know the exact title, but there's going to be a director of esports, and they oversee the competitive side. And then there's a sort of like faculty lead that's in charge of the academic side, and they both report to a person, like a senior esports director person that oversees both of them.
Yeah.
And they're fusing that. And
that makes sense.
I don't want to say who it is, but it's a major football school.
Nice. That's cool. It's exciting. Have they already hired out those people, or at least one of them?
No, but they've been talking to a lot of different people trying to figure out the best way to do this.
It's cool. Alright, Olaf is kind of boring in ARAM. Confirmed. Ow.
Have you played any ranked lately against Echo?
No.
I haven't played anything against Echo in weeks, and like this weekend I played against 2 different Echoes that both dropped like 30 kills and were one-shotting me the entire time.
Dang. Our top laner's been playing a little bit of Echo in scrims. What up, Stevenator?
I used to play a lot of Echo, and the crux of his build has always been Lich Bane. But people are building like Nashers on him, like first or second, and I don't know why it's working, but they're just destroying people.
Interesting. Ooh.
I think I'm gonna go in and die. I wanna kill him.
Oh!
Got him.
Nice. Ow.
I should have died though. I'm gonna die to robot right here. I need to recall. I have 3,500 gold.
Ooh.
I just hit a huge buy. I bought Hex Tech and I bought Sork Boots.
I wonder if
Oh no, undo that! Adam, undo that! Build Duskblade, you'll have way more fun.
Duskblade?
You'll have way more fun. You talking about Olaf being boring?
Duskblade.
Oh, you already bought the whip though.
Yeah, I started with the whip.
Yeah, you'll have way more fun building that though. I would just sell your whip.
Okay.
I mean, it's ARAM, we're trying to have fun. Build that, and then build a bunch of lifesteal. And Collector.
Okay. I wonder if we'll see... what I would love to see is a little bit increased investment in the broadcast this season. I think they could do
we even know if it's going to be live this year?
No, we don't yet. They haven't decided. Tiza is trying to figure it out.
I feel bad. I feel like a lot of people are like attacking Tiza over this, and I'm like, you think he doesn't want to have in-person? Oh my god, I just cleaned up!
Yeah, you did. Shoot.
Yeah, I think he's getting a bad rap. I'm not even sure that at the end of the day it's going to be his decision.
No, probably
yeah,
not.
he's the one who's going to get the flack for it.
But he's probably the one who...
We'll have to deliver the news.
Well, but probably has a pretty big say in it. At least, like, what are the schools saying? But, yeah, I mean, you're right, for sure. He's been asking all the, or he sent out a survey to all the schools on their thoughts on it.
And we'll be... Like, as someone who was, like, on the competition council for a couple years and is, like, doing, like, tournament ops, like, full-time now, like, there's a lot of situations where, like, we just get blamed for things that are just, like... We had, like, literally no say on it. Whether it's, like, a publishing restriction or whatever, like, wouldn't it be nice if you did this better? And I'm like, yes, I've been trying to do that forever, and I keep getting told no.
Yeah. It's true. I just get frustrated when I see the collegiate leads at developers have never been in collegiate or know how like a program is run.
I'm about to do some flashy.
Ow, ow. Ow. Holy cow. Shoot.
Triple kill. I'm 9-1. Flash my M7 mastery.
What should be my first item here? Next item?
Yeah, you can build Ravenous, and then I'd build like Collector.
Okay.
And then more lifesteal after that.
Ravenous Collector.
And just like troll people and go invisible. I saw someone do it the other day, and it looked like the most fun thing I've ever seen.
Shut down. Shut down. Godlike.
Did you see the death stance change that went through a couple patches ago?
No.
The item is so much better now than it was. So last season it had Omnivamp, but it reduced like all damage, or it gave that mitigation on all damage.
Okay.
And when the season reset hit, they changed it so like it only gave the bleed over time, the physical damage. But either the last patch or the patch before, they changed it to be all damage again, and it's so much better. I've been building at third on Yi almost every game, and it just feels so good.
Nice.
Go invisible! Kill him! Bam! Now you're invisible.
Oh, dang.
It's hilarious, right? It's like go invisible.
I like it.
Yeah. It's not something I'd play in Summoner's Rift, but it's definitely ARAM.
Oof.
Ravenous will also make you hit on your cleavers too.
Ah. Nice. Ow.
I tell you, I matched against DU's mid and top laner the other day.
Yeah, you did.
Solo queue.
Or
I messaged
who's top laner?
Davenport. Davenport.
Okay. I was just talking to Travis Isbell, and his jungler is from Davenport. Graduated from there and is getting his master's. Are you going to NACAD?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I've
Can't-
never.
Can't remember. Have you never gone to it?
I've never gone.
Oh, interesting.
When I was at ECPI, there was no budget for like professional development, or at least not that kind of professional development. And I never really had time. And then now I'm at NACE, and I never really asked. I'm sure if I asked, I could probably like swing it, but
That's fair.
no, never.
Should be
Like I said, there's not a
fun
post to it. I think it'd be
time.
interesting.
I think there's quite a few people going.
I want to go to like more conventions. I think just like socializing with other people in the space would be good for NACE like long term.
Yeah, I agree. Oh no, mistakes have been made. Oh.
I'm 14, 4, and 8.
I am not, but it's fine.
But you're having fun.
I'm having fun. I'm also getting tired. And I don't know why.
An enemy has been
Oh, I gotta get ready for a academy match.
You're
after
tired
this.
because you work 9 to 5, and then you're like, oh, I'm also an esports director and I have matches. That's why you're tired.
That might be accurate.
My
Might be
biggest
accurate.
sad face about esports is that like, if you need something, an important person has to approve it. And important people only want to meet with you in the morning, and your entire job takes place at night.
That is really fair. Interesting.
Like when I was at Hawkeye, we were like Central Time, but like for whatever reason, like a lot of our conferences we were in, we had like West Coast start times.
Oh,
So like our matches didn't start till like 10 o'clock at night, and like my athletic director would like drop a meeting on my calendar at like 8:30
oh my gosh.
a.m. Yeah,
That's terrible.
yeah, it was rough. And my options were to like work all day, sleep in the arena, or go home and then come back. And I'm not gonna lie, I slept in my arena a few times.
Dang.
Just like take my hoodie off, use the pillow, lay on a chair.
Man.
Did you see that damages? See the damages? I'm the world's greatest echo. Not really, but.
Let's go. Ow.
shut down.
Ow. Ow.
Hell on pause. That's what I'm working on, trying to balance. Like I got here today at 8 a.m. and won't leave until all tonight. Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. It's kind of the struggle of being a new director and trying at a new school, trying to communicate the expectations and then learning them. Ah. Oh, nice, Brain. Got it.
Has been slain.
Collector.
Enemy triple kill. Shut down. Ace.
I get to meet with the Under Armour rep tomorrow to talk about apparel
That's
for next
exciting.
year. It's very exciting.
I need a jersey.
You want a jersey? All right.
I want a jersey. Yo, we gotta get you one of those Nace hoodies. Those are so comfy. They're so nice.
Dude, I want Nace apparel. I'll be a walking billboard. Ah.
Oh, it was me. All my stuff was ECPI stuff, and I was wearing it. And I was like, I need Nace stuff, so I can stop wearing ECPI stuff. And I got the hoodie. I think we have like polos and t-shirts at the office, so I just have to go pick them up.
Ah. Oh, nice. Doesn't even matter. I had my budget meeting with my boss, and I had to come up with like a budget that I thought was the right number.
I'm gonna tell you it was too small and you need to think bigger.
Yes! Did I tell you this already?
That's a good problem to have, Adam. I don't really sympathize with you. I'm sorry.
Did I already tell you this though? How did you know?
It reminds me of the taxes. It's like you like do your taxes, send them to the IRS, and you're like, "I'm sorry, this is the wrong number." And I'm like, "Well, if you knew what the number was, why didn't you just
Yeah,
tell me?"
exactly. Well, it's interesting because I report to the athletic director and the dean of students. So there's
So
two
who's
pots
budget?
of money. Well, there's two pots. One is the competitive varsity team, and then one is like events on campus and managing the space.
So like intramural stuff.
Intramural stuff, but also any upgrades I want to do to the facility or like replacing broken stuff, things of that sort are all under the dean of students. Also, my coaching is actually under the dean of students, and
Pretty
then
interesting.
all the other all the varsity related things outside of coaching is athletics.
Is that like travel or
Yes,
scholarships?
travel,
What is
apparel, NACE membership, Peach Belt Conference. Although I'm trying to figure that out.
that?
Yeah. But yeah, that's all. That's two different pots of money. It's really interesting.
I want 2 different pots of money.
It's
I would demand a raise from both pots of.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I need my athletic raise and I need my student life raise.
No, not.
I'll take
I've been
10K from you and 10K from you.
I've been here for 6 months. We're gonna wait for the raise question.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been at places for 6 months and demanded a raise.
Yeah, but I started pretty high compared to my peers.
Yeah, I understand that.
Like if I was at Aquinas still or making 35, 38K.
I actually have a legitimate question to you. Like, what are your measurements for success? Like, is that actually winning? Is that student involvement? Like what numbers could you give either, like, I guess, whoever you report to, that I would, like, this is a successful season?
They want to be competitive, but there's no hard numbers around that. I would say for me, it's performing better than the year before from a competition standpoint. But for me, the other part is developing the high school scene and getting prospective students from like out of state.
Well, that's, like, your big thing. Like, didn't you, like, do a lot to, like, help develop the Michigan space?
Yes, and we're doing a lot to help Florida get going and our local public school system. So we're hosting the the Rocket League playoffs for our local public school. They're starting with 6 of their 18 high schools have started a team this spring, and we're doing the finals at Florida Southern in May.
How many games are you competing in?
3.
I know that Jones did this last year, and I think Maryville did it too. I thought it was really cool was that they sort of like adopted a couple local high schools and was like broadcasting their high school matches. I thought was like a really cool and interactive way to like, because like the big thing is like everybody's always like, I want to do something with high school. Like what is that something?
Correct.
I know that like they like I said, they basically like adopted a school and were like, every Wednesday we're gonna host your League of Legends. We're gonna host and broadcast it like by varsity players and varsity commentators. Like the whole pageantry is like everybody sort of agrees that like the varsity space needs to develop broadcasting, but like the varsity space's broadcasting is infinitely more developed than high school broadcasting.
That's true. That's a really good idea. I just right now I'm like, which high schools should I do that with if I was to do that? I think it's a question because we're a private school. I might have to connect with some private high schools that we have relationships with in other parts of campus. But that's a really good
I
idea.
think the easy answer is A, whoever's the closest, or B, whoever you think you can get the most recruits from. I know that's like a really selfish way to say it, but
No, that's fair.
that
For me, it's not about the number of recruits though; it's the quality. So,
that's what I was saying. Well, who are you gonna get the best recruits from?
yeah, that's a good question.
Like I said,
I have no idea.
I've never been. I've always been. I want to like create like an elite model. Like I have elite students, but I mean, developing talent pipelines is a job in itself,
Yeah.
and will pay dividends in the future.
It's a good question. Um, yeah, that's a good idea. I have a meeting with our business internship coordinator next week because we started an esports management minor, and I've already had two students who are not in the varsity program reach out to me who have those minors asking for internship opportunities or if I have connections. Um, so I'm gonna meet with them and figure the internship coordinator and figure out what the requirements for that are, and see if we can. I've already brought up the idea to the local high schools of internships for our students.
I know NACE has been, and I know like I just know NACE in general has been talking about internships, like either helping schools connect with internships or having actual internships at the national office for
Yeah.
years. I think we're just trying to get the bandwidth to pull the trigger on something like that.
hmm I think you should. And I don't know who coordinates that or who figures all that out, but I think you all should. Um, yeah. Who would be the coordinator for that?
So my guess is if something like that were to pass, we'd have to have some kind of proposal from the national office that got approved by the board, and it would either be oversaw by just off responsibilities, either AJ or Michael, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But again, all of this is like my conjecture because like there's a lot of things going on that I don't get involved with, like as far as NACE goes, because I literally don't have the bandwidth to do anything outside of competition.
Yeah, and I guess my question when I was thinking about the idea earlier, because I did think about NACE internships, it's like, what do they do over the summer? Like, would the internship have to be a fall or a spring internship?
Well, so like it depends on what the internship itself is and what the goal of it is. Like as far as like work goes, there's a serious amount of work that goes into just scheduling all of the speakers because like last year, and I know that like a lot of leadership wasn't necessarily a part of this, was like so once we selected the speakers and we had like a sort of not election committee, convention committee, sort of like decide what topics we want to talk about, and then we had to go out and find people. But like once we identified the people, like Emily would schedule a Zoom meeting with them, sort of give them a rough outline of what they're talking about, and sort of go over any questions they have. And there's a ton of work that goes around just planning the convention. Like I think you could have a couple interns like over the summer that would be doing nothing but working with like Emily and AJ on planning the convention. And then as far as like the fall and the spring go, you could have somebody who like helps out with like just shadows AJ on membership calls, or someone who works in marketing with Emily who like if they have any kind of graphic skills or video skills, like work on marketing stuff. And then for like ops perspective, like we always need more help TOing, we always need more help admin, we always need more help with the Discord, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think
true.
like we could find places for these people, but it's just getting the bandwidth to create the initiative.
Got it. That makes sense. I think it's something that we should be doing. So, cool. All right, I gotta go head out and to go prep this academy team for our match. But thanks for joining me, JJ. That was fun.
No problem. Have a good day, buddy.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right, that wraps up today's stream. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I know we didn't talk about a whole lot, but these types of conversations can spawn some cool ideas and some good conversation anyway. And it's all because of you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Greg, for the sub. Huge shout out. Thank you for the follows. People who stop by, you guys are awesome. I'll be back next week. Hopefully, maybe we'll have something spicy to talk about. Who knows? Let's see who starts the drama. But until next week, if you guys have competitions this week, good luck in them. And as always, if you have questions or want to chat about anything, feel free to reach out. And I will talk to you all next week. See ya.